And my two comments, I've only lived here for a year. I bought my house knowing that there was a really huge, ugly gravel pit next to me, and I thought, well, I can tolerate that. I'll try to see the beauty of rock. Two things that I have to say. One, the dust, I'm going to give you a really clear example of the level of dust. My partner has washed our car, and two hours later, not on a windy day or anything, we can write our name in the back of our glass of our car. That's how much dust. 2 hours. Not on a windy day, and the gravel pit isn't even being worked on. That's a lot of dust. I didn't really think it was a problem until I just started going, oh my gosh, it's all over my car, it's all over my plants, it's all over everywhere. I mean, it's crazy. Okay, so the second issue I have is that the current rules and regulations aren't actually being adhered right now. I will give one quick short story. I went up at 9:30 at night in my pajamas after hearing loud, crushing, grinding, crazy sounds coming from that gravel pit. I went up in my pajamas and I said to the guy, and when I came up, he had a security guard outside, and there was also about 10 to 12 double loading gravel trucks all along the edge of the highway. I went up and talked to the guy who was working there and running the place at the time, who was not the head guy, but the guy under him. And he told me, I said, are you aware that it's 9:30 and that at 9 o'clock this gravel pit should not be in use anymore, that it should be shut down at 9 o'clock? He said he did. He said the rock crusher was broken. I said, really? I thought that you weren't allowed to crush rocks here. He said, well, the rock crusher's broken, and completely ignored the fact that he's telling me that he's using a rock crusher and he's not even have a permit for that. He's telling me the rock crusher's broken, and until it's fixed, he has all these trucks lined up on the road, and until it's fixed and he can fill these trucks, he has to keep going. So essentially, the rules you have set up now, and probably in the future, will mean nothing. They will do, a large corporation and company will do whatever it wants to do. It has power, the government, and money backing it. So say you go, okay, well, we're going to fine you every time you're past 9 o'clock or start before 7 in the morning, which they do that as well. We're going to fine you. Big deal. They have tons of money. Fine us up. Millions. Who cares? We've got so much money. What I want to see is that the gravel pit, every time they go over their time that they're allowed to be noisy as hell, that they get closed down. Every time. Just like the new speeding rules. You get caught once going 40 over, your car's impounded for a week. They get caught once going over 9 o'clock, they're shut down for a day. And then the next time, they get shut down for 2, and the next 3, and you know it's just going to keep, because that's where they're going to lose the money. They need to lose money to learn a lesson, because they're not learning anything. And that guy sat right at me, looking at me in my pajamas. I'm saying, I live down in Lake Arrow. I'm hearing all this craziness going on. How can you look me in the eyes and say, well, I got to get this job done? You're completely violating the rules. The rules mean nothing. And I believe that my community will protest this, and if it goes through, we will take a stand. There's third world countries who make things go the right way if they need to. We can do it. Hell yeah!